Welcome back to They Never Told Us. In part 1 we uncovered the truth about Mansa Musa, the African emperor richer than any king in Europe. In part 2 we entered the lost libraries of Timbuktu, where African scholars wrote books that the world was never meant to see. But no, it's time to face what happened next. Because after the books were burned, after the knowledge was buried, the empires fell. And in that fall the door opened to slavery. There was once an empire called Songhai, a kingdom so vast, so powerful, so organized, that it made Europe tremble. Songhai rose after Mali. Stronger, more militarized, more advanced. It ruled from the city of Gao, stretched from Nigeria to Senegal, and controlled all the trade routes across West Africa. The leader? Askia Muhammad the Great. A reformer. A builder. A man who made schools mandatory and placed scholars in government. Under Askia, Songhai had hospitals, tax systems, road networks, and standing armies. This wasn't chaos. It was civilization. African civilization. But every empire has enemies. And while Songhai was rising, the world was watching. From across the desert, Morocco grew jealous. They wanted the gold, the salt, the routes, the power. So in 1591, Morocco sent an army with guns. Songhai had warriors brave, skilled, unmatched, but they didn't have gunpowder. And that changed everything. The Battle of Tandabai wasn't just a military loss. It was the collapse of the last great West African empire. Songhai fell. And when it did, Africa became vulnerable. There were no more kings to protect the borders. No more armies to block the coasts. No more scholars to advise the people. The balance of power shifted. And the Europeans? They didn't waste time. First came the explorers. Then the merchants. Then the slave traders. With Africa divided, weakened, and disoriented after Songhai's fall, the chains came. Millions were taken. Lands were carved up. Souls were broken. But it started with that fall. The fall they never told us about. They want you to think slavery just happened. That Africans sold themselves. That it was all chaos. But no. There was structure. There was civilization. There was order. Until it was destroyed. Not by fate, but by greed. By guns. By lies. They never told us how powerful we were. Because if we knew, we'd never believe we were born to be slaves. But the truth is rising again. And so are we. In part 4 we go even deeper into how the slave trade was systemized and how Africa's children were scattered across the world. Subscribe. Comment. Share this story. Because this isn't just history. It's healing. And they never told us. But now we're telling it ourselves.